Me back again. I know certainly you man love my videos where I'm talking about cost of living and housing and all them things there. So I thought, you know what? Let me just react to this video. So I think this girl's getting evicted or something like that.
So I'm still shaking, but I've had my eviction notice, and knowing that my baby's literally going to be a month old.
Imagine having a baby. Imagine basically just dropping a ute. Yeah, the baby's going to be 1 month old, so 30 days older than that, and you're going to be homeless. My question is, where's the fucking dad? And you know what? Because I don't watch these reaction videos. I mean, 1 out of 100 reaction videos I do, I may have watched it before in it, but for the most part, I don't watch them. I might just see a video, watch it for 10 seconds at the beginning, 10 seconds in the middle. Right, I know if it's going to be a video that's worth reacting to. But anyway, I looked through the comment section, and I think someone else put, where's the dad? So I come underneath their comment, and I said, she probably don't even know the dad's name. There's certainly these chicks out here, they get pregnant by men, they don't even know their dad's name, the baby dad's name, blood. So that's just madness. Imagine getting evicted, you're going to be homeless 30 days after your baby's born. But this is what happens when you're a low-level gal and you get breed up by a low-level man, you end up homeless.
And we've got nowhere to go. I went out to the door to see if I'd had a delivery, but instead of having the delivery, I had this letter. So this basically means that the bailiffs are going to come to the house. I'll have like an hour to collect my belongings, and then I'll have to take that to the council.
Well, you don't have an hour to collect your belongings. You've got 14 days. You've got 14 days to pack your stuff, yeah? So, yeah. So Dawn is a personal trainer and a single mom of 2. It's just me and myself. On maternity leave from work.
I've banged my head against a brick wall for months, trying to get help because I didn't want to be in this position with a newborn baby. But here I am with a newborn baby, about to have a month-old and going to the council.
It's not only being on maternity leave that has Dawn struggling to afford a new place.
But I guarantee you she's got some designer clothes in her blood clot wardrobe. If only we could go and investigate.
My mum passed away last November. I had to find £3,500 to pay for a funeral.
Right, going slightly off topic. You see, as a grown-ass man, you prepare for hard times. As a grown-ass man, you look forward into the future and you think to yourself, what's going to happen worst case scenario? So I know someone, they passed away and their parents had no money for the funeral because it was a sudden death. Young person. And I thought to myself, so they had to go out and just find 10 grand for this funeral or however many thousands it costs. It was like in the tens of grands. In it, yeah? They're running around, like I don't want to be one of these people. You don't want to be one of these people running around, go fund me and that. Oh, who's got money? Can you lend me £500 for this funeral and that? So when I saw that was happening and that, I thought, right. I said to my mum, and this is what you do as a grown-ass man. This is what you do as the firstborn child, the oldest child in the family. I got me, my little brother, he's 7 years younger than me, 6 years younger than me, and I got my little sister in it. She's just 11 years old, probably 12 by the time you see this video. I said to myself, right, man, I need to prepare for my mum's funeral. My mum's still alive, but you know, you got to prepare for the future, innit? And I said to my mum, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go and take out life insurance so that just in case, you know, you pass away and that, there's funeral expenses that can be covered and that. Because, and then I said to her, if for any reason you can't pay that life insurance, mum, don't take the piss, but if you can't pay that life insurance, I will pay it. I don't know how much my mum's life insurance is, like between £30 and £50 a month. I will pay it. Because ultimately, I'm the firstborn child. I'm the oldest pitney of the family. It's going to be me that has to foot the bill. So it's either I foot the £50 bill for the foreseeable future on a monthly basis, or I don't foot no £50 bill on a monthly basis for the foreseeable future, but then one day I have to pull out 15 grand. The last thing you want to do when a loved one passes away is be grieving, but then you ain't got no fucking money. Yeah? You don't want to have to think about this person as a financial burden now. Like, fuck, man, where am I going to get money to... Because everyone wants to give their loved one a good send-off. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, I said to my mum, listen, yeah, I want you to take out life insurance. And, yeah, if you can't for any reason pay it, then let me know and I will pay it. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be coming out of my pocket. You see, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not going to ask my stepdad, yo, you got any money? I'm not going to ask my little brother, yo, hey, listen, bruv, we need to go halves and that. No, I'm the oldest pitney. I'ma foot the bill. Yeah. So I said to my mum, you pay the monthly fee of £50 life insurance or whatever. If you can't afford to pay it, I'll pay it, because ultimately it's going to come out of my pocket, either in a big lump sum of 10 to 15 grand or £50 a month. I'd rather £50 a month. I think I can cope with £50 a month rather than 10 grand. I might not be at a position where I've got 10 grand just like that, because I might have just bought a property or something. So yeah, man, life insurance is very important. And I got myself life insurance because, again, I don't want to drop down dead. I might, something might happen or whatever. I don't want to be a financial burden on my mum, so I got life insurance.
My mum was bipolar and she also was an alcoholic. So when things were bad, it was almost like, it was a very chaotic household. So we moved houses loads. My mum had loads of different jobs, different friends, there was always change in our life. And again, another reason why I'm so like praying that I don't have to move my son's school. And it's not because I'm trying to be funny, and it's not because I'm trying to be a pain in the bum. I'm just trying to keep structure, and I don't want to change things for him that I don't have to.
The bailiffs will be evicting Dawn in just 8 days, but in the meantime, she's been busy trying to bid for a more permanent council house. Dawn needs a minimum of 2 beds, and the house needs to be dog-friendly.
I am not moving anywhere without my dog. That is like...
Shit. Blood, get rid of the fucking dog, blood. One sec. I'm still chewing on this thing. I didn't expect to pause the video so soon. sorry. I was just about to say, let's just peel that back. One sec.
Minimum of 2 beds, and the house needs...
One sec.
The bailiffs will be evicting Dawn in just 8 days, but in the meantime, she's been busy trying to bid for a more permanent council house. Dawn needs a minimum of 2 beds, and the house needs to be dog-friendly.
Oh, okay, yeah. So she was living in a private rented accommodation, and obviously she couldn't keep up with the payments, whatever it is. So now she's trying to bid for a council place. Right. I was about to say. But the thing is, why are the council going to want to take you on when you couldn't even keep up with your rent with your landlord? All right, fair enough. It's going to be a lot cheaper in that. But blood, this is what I'm saying. People will be in times of desperation and times of struggle, but they still need to keep their fucking Bordeaux fucking Mastiff, blood. Get rid of the fucking French Mastiff, blood. Get rid of the Bomber Clark dog, blood. This is why you're broke, blood. Because you don't see... When you're at dire straits and you're in a bad financial position, you need to think to yourself, right, let me get rid of every and any luxury that I've got. So I'm going to cancel my gym membership and I'm going to go running. I'm going to get rid of Sky and Netflix and Virgin TV and that, because you need to have internet. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all these little stupid luxuries. No more takeaways, no more eating out with friends. If they don't want to be my friend afterwards because I can't go out to meals with them, then that just shows you what sort of people you got around you. You've got to make cutbacks, blood. Unfortunately, you're going to have to give up your dog that you've had for 5-6 years, innit? Tough. You should have kept up with your fucking payments. Or don't get brewed up by no damn waste man that you don't even know his Rice Clark name.
I am not moving anywhere without my dog. That is like saying getting rid of a child.
What did I just say? What did I just say about the dog?
And I think it's a human right for us to be able to have something like a pet if we want to. So there is a house.
Everything orange. Hair, clothes, dog. What a Rice Clark's going on? Look, everything orange. Hair, clothes, dog.
And the house needs to be dog-friendly.
I am not moving anywhere without my dog. That is like saying getting rid of a child. And I think it's a human right for us to be able to have something like a pet if we want to. So there is a house. It's quite far away though. but I'm only position 15, so I wouldn't get that. There's another house, I'm position 212. I'm number 4 on this. It's a high-rise flat, which is floor 10, which is also no.
Hey, you're always going to be high up on the position for bidding when it's a high-rise flat, because no one wants to live in a high-rise flat. Blood, you don't want to live in a flat. You lot watching this right now, you might be living in a flat. Obviously, you lot can't tell me because you're not speaking to me, but you can put it down in the comment section. What's your neighbours like? In them flat, just any sort of social housing flat block and that. That's where you get all the maniacs. That's where you get all the mad people. You think about it, madman that's got psychological issues, or some girl that can't stop self-harming herself. Where are they going to put her? They're not putting her in no luxury penthouse. They're putting her in some dirty-ass council flat, blood. And that is your fucking neighbour, blood.
Dogs allowed, and it's in Cradley Heath, which is so far away. And then the last house on there, I'm a position 175. Everything's so vague and so unknown, like you really, really don't know. You don't know whether you're coming or going, it's so annoying. It's crazy. I've got to get so much done, I just don't know how I'm going to do it.
I'm going to be put in a 1-bed flat, which I've got to share a bedroom now with my 2 children, which is half an hour away from my son's school. Oh, God. So I've got to get a newborn baby ready and my son ready for school and drive like half an hour every...
At least you're driving. I thought this motherfucker had to get on a bus. What you
day. I just don't know how that's going to be realistic. I'm going to have to sort it out.
Even worse for Dawn is what happens to her beloved dog, Rhythm.
Obviously she won't be able to come with you, won't she?
No, she's not allowed to go to the temporary accommodation. Yeah, my friend's looking after her for me. I couldn't put her in like a, you know, like a boarding home or anything like that. She's too used to being with me. She's 9 now, you know, she's old. Yeah. You're an old girl, aren't you? Yeah. She's not going to understand what's going on, is she? She's just going to be like, oh my God, my mum's abandoned me. And I don't know how long that's going to be for.
With her 3-week-old baby in tow, she's on her way to view the temporary accommodation the local council has assigned her. It could be anything from a flat in a high-rise to a single room in a B&B or hotel. The only choice Dawn gets.
Oh yeah, I think when it's temporary accommodation and you've been assigned a temporary accommodation property and that, I don't think, I believe you're not allowed to see, or you're not allowed to have any details about the place. So they might tell you what area it's in. So, oh, it's going to be in Tottenham, or oh, it's going to be in Enfield. But I don't think they're allowed to tell you what street it's on, what the type of property is and that. Hey, if you are that desperate, motherfucker, you're going to go. Would you rather sleep underneath a tunnel or something like that? So, yeah, I think they're not allowed to tell you because, obviously, as you can imagine, there could be some places that are very undesirable and that, like Broadwater Farm. So, yeah, I don't know. I think beforehand, I don't think they're allowed to tell you where your temporary accommodation is going to be until, like, the final days. Because they don't want you to reject it. Because if you're in a position where you're going to reject temporary accommodation, that means you don't need it. Yeah? If you're that desperate and you're homeless, you will go anywhere.
It's between whatever she's offered and homelessness.
So we've got a little bathroom, which has only got a shower. However, at least I've got my own bathroom. So that's a bonus, I guess. I'm trying to see the positives here. This is a pull-out bed, apparently, but I'm not sure how it... Oh God, it's really...
I would not be sleeping on that because you don't know what dirty ass motherfucker been sleeping on that before, boy.
Heavy. I can't do it. Fuck's sake.
If you had a man, he could have done it for you.
That's really annoying. How am I going to do that every night? I'm not going to be able to. How the hell does this work? Oh. Look how dirty that is. Oh my God, that is actually disgusting. It should have been cleaned. It's got tobacco and everything on it. It's fucking vile. It's just not right.
The accommodation is pretty well kitted out, but for Dawn, who has always worked and never depended on the council for housing before, this is a real adjustment.
People are like, oh, just get private rent. Oh, stop telling me to get private rent. Sorry.
She got kicked out because She couldn't pay the private rent.
I can't get a private rent. I can't afford it while I'm on maternity leave. And it's just unrealistic, and I'd end up putting myself in debt, or I'd end up messing the landlord around and not being able to pay and stuff, and that's not fair. So I'm doing what is like the sensible thing, but it's just frustrating that I'm now in a little one-bed flat because I'm not able to get the private sector. It's just so frustrating. I was saying as well, like, it's good that it's got like a secure door and the CCTV. Like, I do try and think about the positives, but it's just not home, is it? Like, I'd like to be able to go somewhere to make it home, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, and I don't know how long.
There's been people that have been in temporary accommodation for like 2-3 years.
That's still going to be a reality for me, and that's what's upsetting, really. I'm just going from one unknown situation to another, really. Sorry.
The nightmare scenario will be if Dawn refuses to leave the property, then the bailiffs will have to carry out the eviction forcefully.
4 miles away, Dawn is in a cafe. She spent the night in temporary accommodation.
The bailiffs are going to be at my door, changing the locks as far as I'm aware. They go to the house, check each room, make sure that you've got rid of your belongings and, you know, all of that stuff. I'm definitely relieved because I don't think I would have enjoyed having...
And the funniest thing is, these sorts of people, these sort of girls and that, on their Instagram profile, they will be showing that they're living their best life. They will show you the rave that they're at. They will show you the restaurant that they're at. They'll show you the places they went for holidays, Bali, Malia, Magaluf, all these nonsense places and that. They will show you their baby once a baby's firstborn, my most precious asset, or, you know, my greatest achievement in life and that. But they don't show you the side of their life that is less desirable. They don't show you the hard times. They don't show you when they're getting evicted and that. I've never seen on anybody's Instagram profile the day they got evicted. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I've never seen a POV video or, hey guys, look, I'm getting evicted. Get that on Snap. Nah, I've never seen that. Funny that, isn't it?
To see the bailiffs, although they could have been really lovely people, you know, I'm just assuming here that they would have been like, get out. So rather than having to experience something like that, which I've never experienced before, I'm glad that I didn't have to.
She's nice. Thank you very much. Take care. Keys inside, yeah? He's just the door there. Thank you.
Now Ansar and the landlord's cousin need to give the house a once-over.
We look like the bad guys, don't we? We're here to kick a family out, so as you can imagine, it's not very good. Until the government finds a solution, it's going to keep happening up and down the country. It's the same everywhere at the moment.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, to be honest. I think the whole...
Don't feel bad for them, because at the end of the day, these tenants, these people, they don't give a fuck about the landlord. They don't give a fuck about the estate agent. Yeah? If the landlord or the estate agent died, do you think that girl would be at their funeral? See, that's how I think. If you ever think to yourself, should I go out of my way for this person? Should I feel sorry for this person? Think to yourself, would this person go to your funeral if you died? Like my girl, like sometimes she'll feel bad that like she has to decline some people for a mortgage. So, because obviously a lot of people think that they can just get a mortgage, and motherfucker, you're not even entry level. Like you really don't meet criteria, and she'll feel sorry for some of these people when she starts doing the work and that, whatever, innit? Because on the surface level, some people can look like they qualify, but once you start digging in and that, and it goes like after a month, she actually finds out, nah, this person don't qualify, for example, innit? And sometimes she tells me, she says, I really don't want to disappoint this person. I tell her, yo, fuck them, blood. Do you think they care about you? Don't be afraid to disappoint these people. Ask yourself this question right now. If you passed away today, do you think they would go to your funeral? And she says, no. I'm like, why do you care about them? Fuck them. They don't give a shit about you. They only care about getting the mortgage.
System is completely flawed. Obviously, there needs to be a process that is fair for everyone, but I don't feel like this process is fair for anybody. Me experiencing this eviction, I'm now more aware of how bad things are, because it's shone a massive light on the fact that, you know, there isn't enough houses and there isn't enough help out there. There isn't enough advice either.
Come on, mate, let's go.
My advice is, don't have a baby with a waste man. Have a baby with a man that you know, God forbid, you two split, he can pay maintenance and that. You see, if he had £300-400 maintenance and that, maybe she could have afforded to live there. She could have remained in that property. But obviously, when you get breed up by a waste man and that, I mean, you don't even know his name to track him down to get maintenance, let alone be demanding some free or some maintenance money for your pitney them. And more than likely, she's probably got different baby dads as well. So that's another thing to think about.
End goal is having a nice home and making it lovely for the children and having, you know, a settled life and not waiting for a landlord to give me a Section 21. But yeah, in the short period, I think I'm going to be a little bit apprehensive and a little bit anxious until that happens, really.
After she'd been in temporary accommodation for 6 weeks, Dawn was offered a 2-bedroom flat by the council. But by then, she'd had a massive rethink about her future, inspired by a recent trip to Wales.
That was fucking lucky, boy. A lot of people, they're in temporary accommodation for years, at least 6 months. So I think she said 6 weeks or 2 weeks, something like that. It was quick to get an offer for a flat. I watched a video the other day, that one where they went to Northumberland Park in Tottenham, MPK video. There was a fucking family of 6 children, 3 sets of twins in a dirty 1-bed flat, mold infested flat, blood. And she still ain't got no fucking, she probably still ain't got no suitable accommodation. She should be in a 4-bed house.
I moved to Pembrokeshire when I was about 15. I went to school in Pembrokeshire. My mum stayed in Pembrokeshire. That's where my mum passed away. Obviously, when my mum was alive, I'd stay with my mum. But then obviously since she's passed, I've had to like find other means of being able to go home. And that was actually really hard at first. Going home and not having your home anymore was really hard. Sorry.
So, Dawn has made a huge decision.
Going to Wales.
I'd thought about a few times about going back to Pembrokeshire. I decided to call them and ask what my options were. So yeah, I went online and I filled in an online form to start the ball rolling for, you know, the bidding essentially. And on the online form as well, I was allowed to put my dog, which I was just thrilled about.
Wait, shit, I missed that. Doing sofa surfing in Wales whilst waiting to be out. She could be sofa surfing for the next 6 months, 2 years. Like, is that the sort of environment you want your child to be in? These people just don't think. How the fuck you got a newborn one? I don't know how old the child is, because obviously it was 1 month old at the beginning of recording and that. But how the fuck you got a newborn child virtually, and you got a child that's however old, because she's got 2 children, and you're sofa surfing with a fucking dog? I don't know, maybe the dog is with someone else, but still, like, children need to be in a stable environment. They need to... Foolishness, man. You see what I'm saying? You deserve poverty. This is the sort of people that's mentality, man. What does that say? She hopes one day to buy a place of her own. Yeah. And I hope to be the King of England. Alright, so that's it for today, man. Stay wise. Done now.